My name is Chuck Weese. This is my 1951 L19 Bird Dog.
The L19 Bird Dog was developed by Cessna as a variant from their Cessna 170 specifically for the military. There were over 3,400 of the aircraft built in the 1950s. This aircraft is owned by Chuck Weese, and he has his own private grass strip in East Texas. So let's get to know a little bit more about Chuck and his aircraft.
My dad was a corporate pilot. Took my first ride when I was 6 months old, and anyway, I love flying. I fly for a living and come home to fly some more. I fly a Challenger 601 for a living. I've flown Gulfstreams, nearly everything there is. Dad was flying a Learjet and a West Wind and helicopters. Yeah, Dad had a flight school and had several airplanes, and I didn't follow in his footsteps, so to speak, with a flight school. That seemed like a lot of trouble, but I've bought and sold some airplanes over the years and used them for work and had a little fun. I enjoy it. This airplane is a 1951 Cessna Bird Dog. They saw service in Vietnam and the Korean War. It's a liaison airplane. It's just, it's a very good aircraft to see out of. It's got very good visibility, as you'll see in a little bit when we fly. A lot of my friends have them. The International Bird Dog Association here in the States is a worldwide organization, and they promote these things, and I bought it just to have fun with. Its mission was, it drew the small arms fire and brought the people out, brought our adversaries out, and they would identify them with the smoke missiles. Once they'd identify them, the big guns would come in and do what they needed to do. It's a Continental 470-11 on this one. It puts out 213 horsepower out of a horizontally opposed 6-cylinder engine. The fuel mileage is really good, or fuel burn is really good. It gets down to around 10 gallons per hour when it's pulled back. It's got 40 gallons, so you get about 4 hours range to dry tanks. The cruising altitude on this airplane, I think it's 18.5 if I'm not mistaken for max cruising altitude or max altitude, but we normally like to cruise down as low as we can legally to where we can see and see what's going on. But for best speed, 7,500, 8,500, depending on direction. The speed is, I don't know, 100 knots. If you push it 120 knots downhill with the wind. A little bit of a handful. Sometimes in a crosswind they can be a little bit of a handful, but they're just very neat airplanes. Yeah, we go around. We've been to, we've been to Iowa in this one. I brought it back. I bought it in Chino, California. My first stop when I first flew this airplane was Santa Catalina Island off the coast of California. Anyway, I surprised my wife. We went out there and spent a couple of nights. This airplane beat the Super Cub out for the government contract because it lands slow. It'll stay in the air long enough to get some good info. And as a tail dragger, it's just a lot of fun. You can open all the windows up in this thing. They fold in and up, and it's a good all-around airplane. This airplane can be a handful on the ground. If you don't sit up and pay attention, it'll let you know that you didn't. It will ground loop on you as quick as any other tail dragger that I've ever flown. I was building a 180 that I had bought, and a friend of mine that was helping me, his wife was a realtor. And he came to me one day and he said, "Hey, there's 100 acres down here, and I'm not really interested, but I know you're looking for a bigger place to put a bigger strip." And anyway, short and long story is I was able to buy this back in '92 and been here since. Had one bird dog fly in here. I think we had 21 aircraft on the ground. Looking forward to doing some more. We really like to promote aviation. Yeah, we do remembrance flights. We do Oh, whatever somebody would like. If you know, for a funeral flyover or kids, whatever it is, we like to give back to aviation. We really do.
Is there anything else you want to talk about the airplane or yourself there or anything?
No, let's go fly. Let's have fun.
All right, let's do it. I was excited to get to fly in this aircraft. I've actually never flown in a tandem aircraft before.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So is it hard maintaining this runway?
No, I used to roll it quite a bit. I don't even roll it anymore. Hell, I've had a Challenger, a Gulfstream, and a West Wind in and out of here.
Really? Have you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm ready when you are.
I'm ready. Well, that didn't use much runway.
How about that?
Yeah, I can see why you definitely have a lot of visibility in this airplane.
It's really cool.
Yeah. I can see why they use this in the military functions in.
Yep.
Now there's somebody else that has a little private strip over here too, right?
Yeah, that
Flying M?
friend of mine used to have that.
Okay.
He ended up leaving his Comanche sit out, and then he tried to fly it down to get gas, and he didn't drain all the water out of the sumps.
No.
He ended up dying right there, the next house next to that one that they're building.
Oh no, yeah, there's this strip right
He
there.
augered in right there. He took off, and instead of landing straight ahead in the trees, he tried to bend it around and come back, and
Oh man.
cost him his life.
So did you have to, now when you first got that land, it took you a while rolling it and getting it all smoothed out and everything?
I actually grabbed a guy that was working a grader nearby, and I paid him. I surveyed it off, and I did 100 foot wide from ditch to ditch, and it's 5,333 feet long. I asked that guy, I said, how much to, give me at least a foot crown?
Yeah.
He said, oh, hell, I don't know, $1,000 cash. I said, when can you get it done?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Sounds like a good deal to me.
Oh, it's awesome.
This is actually very roomy. I mean, there's a lot of room back here.
Yeah.
I can see how this would be pretty comfortable for, cross country.
I've taken, oh boy, the first one of these I flew was an old man in San Antonio. I was looking at it, and he said, go fly it. I said, I've never flown a bird dog. He said, I've seen you fly your stuff. He said, get in it and go fly.
There you go.
And I did, and I fell in love with him. I don't know, I was thinking about doing a pass down this runway and then just landing in mine. You want to do anything special?
No, that'd be great. Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, that's, yeah, okay. That's the flying M there.
Yep.
Well, it looks kind of maintained there.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that actually lands on it or uses it?
Yeah, there's people use it. These young guys are rebuilding Walt's Stinson. He was a good guy, just
yeah. That's nice and soft with those springy gear there.
yep. If he'd have just landed straight ahead in the trees, he'd be with us today.
Yeah. Well, you know, even though aviation is, you know, it's much safer than it used to be. I mean, you fly long enough, or you're a pilot long enough, you know somebody that's that's passed away from it.
Unfortunately.
Now, are those your smoke makers out there, or what are those things?
No, that's the actual what the missiles look like.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, those are. I've got smoke that I can turn on through the exhaust.
Oh, really?
Those are fake. Yeah.
Make it look cool, though.
Yep. Do that. I had a buddy at XFAA that has one of these. He landed at San Antonio to pick a friend up. And man, they surrounded him. He said there was 30 squad cars
Are you
there
serious?
in a matter of a second. I had him on the ground. He was retired Fed. When he parked over at Nyack in San Antonio, he parked it facing the terminal. They thought he was about to light the terminal up. Yeah, it was quite fun.
Yeah, nice and smooth.
Yeah.
All right, nice job. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
That's fine. Yeah, I can see how you fell in love with this airplane. It's it's got to be a lot of fun.
It really is.
After a successful flight, we taxi back to Chuck's hangar.
Hey, Chuck. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Bobby, we greatly enjoyed it. We hope you come back.
I will. It was a real treat. I can see why you fell in love with the airplane. It was pretty special to fly in.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we'll come back fly with you next time.
And we're looking forward to it.
All right, thank you.
Well, thank you for watching another episode of Flying Doodles. We really appreciate you tuning in. Please give us a like and a thumbs up. We'll be sure to bring you a new video every week, so please click like and subscribe. This channel is only made possible by our patrons. Thank you so much. And be sure to check out one of our other videos.